The trip of today is a long one as well. The landscape between where I come from and where I'm going is flat. I don't mind. I'm off the highway and the roads are curvy. In the Ardennes I started my trip yesterday and drove all the way to Avalon via the highway. There I entered National Park de Morvan at the heart of the Burgundy region. You can see that in the video linked here. Today I leave Burgundy to drive via Lyon to Lac de Paladru, just before Grenoble in the village of Charavine. Today I'm staying at a campsite. The reviews on Google on this camping were either bad or great. To me, it's a great camping. It has nothing but a shower and a great location just across the lake. It's called Camping Robert. Robert called it after himself. Robert is quite an old man today, but once he was a known football player, he told me. The trouble he has with his knees is because he kept playing for too long. Nothing like a dive in the lake after a day of driving. Lac de Paladru is a small lake in Rhône-Alpes, almost at the foot of the Alps. It was once formed by a glacier. It's beautiful here and quiet. The village where all the tourists are is a few miles down the road. After a quick shower, it's time to prepare for dinner. But first things first, a chair and a beer. If you are wondering, it's a Grimbergen, a Belgian beer. It's a good thing you can buy Belgian beer everywhere in France. And this chair has an easy cup holder for it. Like cars in the United States have cup holders everywhere. I always found it a funny difference between the United States and Europe. But hey, Americans drive twice the distance Europeans do on average. So I guess when you live in your car, you need a lot of cup holders. This is my first time camping on my motorcycle. This is only the fourth time going on holiday on my own bike. But even though I drive a motorcycle for more than 15 years, I started driving only for practical reasons. Living in the city center of Amsterdam, I had to wait 8 years for a parking permit. And a motorcycle, you can park everywhere. For some reason, loving to drive and driving just for fun and not because you have to be somewhere, had to grow over the years. But it has grown. Today, I love it. And the same with camping. I used to hate camping. So primitive and impractical, packing your tent in and out every day. Here the same is true. Somehow, it has to grow on you. And one thing that has grown on me is having all this little stuff. Stuff that makes you feel equipped. The pole for my solar lamps that will lit my cooking area because it will be dark in only a little while. The little table that I would have found unpractically small not too long ago, now I think It's just right. And perhaps I've gone a little way out with my kitchen utilities. This is a little bar I can mount on the table, and on the clips I can hang the kitchen utensils. It takes some time to set up, but it looks so good and it's practical. Perhaps that is what has to grow on you, that it's an art to make the impractical practical. I'll need a gas burner, of course, and the greatest pride of my setup, my spice rack. It contains everything I need. Salt and pepper, of course, but also dishwashing liquid, instant coffee, as you will see in the morning, everything that is liquid or powder. And of course, it's a perfect match with my kitchen utilities bar. I'm traveling relatively light, using only my panniers and having nothing strapped on top of them. But not everything has a fixed place yet, so I can find everything quickly, easily. And I do lack space for food and water. Next time I think I will bring soft bags that can be strapped on top of the panniers that will be dedicated to food only. It's August, but it's getting chilly. Apparently, the Miocene hills of Bas Dauphiné is not called Terre Froide or Cold Land for nothing, even though it's only 650 meters above sea level. Time to make dinner. Tonight, I'm not going for a culinary tour de force. It will be simple. Let's start with an appetizer. Instant noodles. I like that. And it's extremely simple. Add a little water, wait for 3 minutes, and look at that. And buff bourguignon in a can with a Nutri-Score of B. It's even healthy and it looks good as well. It's getting dark. Let's finish dinner, have a coffee and go to sleep. Good morning. Another beautiful day for a drive. I will leave Lac de Paladru, drive through the village of Charavigny, past the large city of Grenoble, into the Alps. Through the National Park des Écrins, crossing the river La Durance, driving almost to the Italian border, to the little village Moulins-en-Queyras. You will see this in the next episode.